man named Marcus. Marcus grew up in a modest household. His parents worked hard, but money was always tight. By the time he hit his 30s, Marcus had a decent job in logistics, a small apartment, a car that ran most of the time, and a feeling he could never quite shake that he was capable of more, but he had no idea where to start. He had spent his 20s like most people do, figuring out who he was, making mistakes, recovering from them, trying things and abandoning them. He was not lazy, but he was unfocused. He moved through life reactively rather than intentionally. He waited for things to happen to him rather than making them happen. When Marcus turned 32, something shifted. Not a dramatic event, not a rock-bottom moment, just a quiet Tuesday evening when he sat alone in his apartment and looked at his phone for 3 hours straight without consuming a single thing that moved his life forward. That night, something in him said, "Enough." He didn't change everything at once. He started with 1 hour a day. 1 hour every morning before work, before the noise, before anyone needed anything from him. He used that hour to read, to think, to write down what he actually wanted his life to look like, not what he thought he was supposed to want, what he actually wanted. Over the next year, that 1 hour became the most important hour of his day. He started a small side business doing logistics consulting for local companies. He began exercising consistently, not to look a certain way, but because he realized his body was the vehicle carrying his ambitions, and a poorly maintained vehicle breaks down before it reaches the destination. He repaired relationships he had let drift. He started saving deliberately, not just what was left over at the end of the month, but money he set aside first before he spent anything else. By the time Marcus was 38, his life looked almost unrecognizable compared to where he had been at 32. Not because of a lucky break, not because someone handed him an opportunity, because he made a decision, and then he honored that decision every single day, even on the days it was hard, even on the days he didn't feel like it. Marcus is not a famous man. You won't find his name in a book or his face on a magazine cover, but he is the kind of man whose children will grow up watching someone who refused to sleepwalk through their own life. And that is a legacy that means more than any headline.